Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. At the time of recording this, I am smack dab in the middle of my first danger room. And I must say, so far, I've been pleasantly surprised by threat level 5. Now, it's not the hardest threat. That's threat level 6. And maybe I'll still jump in there at some point. But if you can get, which clearly you can, the bonus 7,500 6-star shards, 3,000 4-star relic crystal shards, and then eventually the most important prize, the 6-star awakening gem crystal, which we've been asking for in a side quest forever, and 1,000 5-star relic crystal shards, which really that should be, I don't know, 5,000, not 1,000, but whatever. If you can get that for threat level 5, why do threat level 6? That's my thinking. I realize that's not like the most impressively competitive thing to say, but that's how I feel. And then level 4's got the 5-star generic awakening gem and the mountain selector, which gives you guaranteed 3,000. So between the legendary mountain selector and this, you have, in theory, a guarantee of enough 6-star shards to open at least a basic 6-star crystal out of it, which used to be unheard of for a side quest. Speaking of which, from time to time, we have, what we're doing today, a special side quest store called the Danger Store. Shout out to my endangered Darren, makes me think of him. So in this, I like to ask myself the following questions. What items are harder for me to get on a daily basis than others? Because maybe you're going to be somebody who just goes, excuse the phrase, but it's kind of a popular phrase, at least in America, balls to the wall and tries to get everything. But let's say you don't. Let's say you have a limited amount of the side quest currency, which currently I have 710 already built up. Well, the 4-star shards are not going to be at all what I consider unless I have something left over. I'm just going to skip both of these because I can get 4-star shards so easily. Heck, I can get them from Grandmaster crystals where I'm guaranteed at least a little bit of them when it comes to duplicating 3 stars, which is the minimum you get for a Grandmaster crystal. So I'm going to skip the 4-star shards, not even consider it. Now, the 5-star shards are an interesting opportunity because you can get up to 1,500 starting in this badge. The 1,500 are going to be what I consider, but I'm going to also put that as a low starting consideration because 5-star shards at this point are just really for 6-star shards, and I get plenty of 5-star shards a week because of the arena. Now, the Tier 4 class Catalyst Selector, especially now that Battlegrounds is in an off-season, is a MVP, and the price of this is ridiculously low. Consider somehow that you can get, for the price of 753, which is just about 30 more, you can get 3 Tier 4 class Catalyst Selectors for just a little bit more than the same price as 500 4-star shards. 4-star shards, by the way, are completely overpriced. They are a terrible value. And 5-star shards are not the best priced either, but somebody explained to me how 400 4-star shards, or 500 4-star shards, is a higher price than 1,500 5-star shards. Like, was somebody drunk when they purchased this? Or when they at least priced this? All right, look at the price difference. It automatically jumps up from 251. This is by far the best value. So good. To 15,965. Now, the cool thing is you can, in theory, if you save up enough, get a fully formed Tier 5 basic, Tier 5 class Catalyst Selector if you buy both. But that's going to be for almost 32,000. Danger. I mean, that's a crazy amount. So we're going to keep going. The Heroic Mountain Selector, Ultimate Crystals or 4-star shards. I'm skipping that thing entirely until the end. The Master gets you, again, Ultimate Crystals or 4-star shards. I'm going to skip that too. The Epic Mountain Selector gets you Legendary Crystals or 6,000 5-star shards. Maybe at the end, but these 6-star shards are, and I realize this is progression based, but the 6-star shards and the Tier 4 class Catalyst Selectors are clearly the best values for those of you that can see them. I mean, it's not even close. I would target those three things right now. I would even wait to target this because it's just so expensive. But yeah, the 6-star shards, I still think the Tier 4 Catalyst Selector is the A+ value. I'm going to skip all the Tier 4 class Catalyst crystals and probably not purchase a single one because, quite frankly, they are so easy to get normally in the game. It is interesting to see, depending on your progression level, just how much cheaper this is for literally the same price. I mean, that's almost a little shady, and the purchase limit is double. And so for those of you that have access to this, you can get 3 for less than the price. Well, I guess technically a little bit more than the price of 1 here. This is priced like it is a selector, but then again, a Tier 4 class Catalyst Crystal is $403, and a Tier 4 class Catalyst Selector is $251. Somebody explain that. That makes literally 0 sense, but we will take it. I am not complaining. Tier 1 alphas, also depending on your progression level, have everything from $125 danger purchase price to $151. One of the more random things we've ever seen for a side quest store. Tier 4 basic, I always need more of. So believe it or not, I'm going to put that in my top 6 or 7 things that I'm going to target in this store. The cheapest one by far is the 376. Look at how much other progression levels are going to have to pay, including 4,652. And is that just for one? That's wild. It doesn't say, right? 2 or 3x times it? That is laughably high. Wow. 4-star 6-stone crystals, laugh at them, skip them. Tier 5 basic. This is right up there, the fully formed, as the best value. So I'm going to go after these 3. Also as a top 5 goal. 5-star 6-stone crystals I'm going to skip. And then you've got the incursions, potions, and revives. Personally, I'm going to skip those 2. A pathetic amount of Tier 3 alpha. You would need to get all 9 of them to have even like a normal chunk. But between that and the Tier 6 basic, yeah, that's going to be what I look to target. 6-star generic 6 stones. This is also a clear top 10 value for your currency. A +5 is priced like it's a +10. This should be like 6,000, not 10,000. The prices on these things literally make me feel like I'm on drugs. Who made these things up? Fully formed Tier 5 class Catalyst Crystal. Personally, I would do the selector first, even though it's a 50% selector. You've got 6-star 6-stone crystals that are also a very high price. Save those for the end. Here's the Tier 6 basic we were talking about. And then the Tier 2 alpha. If you have the progression level, go with the one that costs $373. So the 373 Tier 2 alpha is an A+ value. The Tier 6 basic and Tier 3 alpha honestly are not a good value for the price tag, but because they're rare, I would still snatch them up. Wouldn't feel great about it. The Tier 4 class Catalyst Selector is by far the best value. It's not even close. But I will take the generic 6-star 6 stones and put them in the top 5 category. Gold, if you need it, we've seen worse gold prices, but if you don't need gold, skip it all together and save your danger currency for fully formed Tier 5 basic. The fully formed Tier 4 basic with a 376 price tag. The 6-star shards. And I guess at the end, it's still such a high price. This thing's priced like it's a Tier 6 class catalyst for all we know. This store is so random, but there are clearly the best and worst values on it. So at least it justifies the premise of this video. Skip the 4-star shards. Heck, skip the 5-star shards. Skip the selectors, except for maybe the epic one at the very end. Skip the Tier 4 class catalysts that have the crazy high price tag. And Start with not only the cheapest, but also the items that you know, and only you watching this know what you need first for rank up materials. That is going to conclude the best and worst values of the store. Thanks as always for supporting my channel. Have a great rest of your day.